Boy, that's a great question. And I'm going to answer that in a couple of different ways. I'm going to answer that in the most literal way, which is all those years as licensed foster parents, we learned a lot about safety. So, for example, when we have very big groups over, we kind of close off the back of the house. And that's where the bedrooms are, that's where the wallets are, that's where the kids can go to be alone. Our children have known from the very beginning of life that they are not to be alone with another adult who isn't your parent unless that person has been explicitly named. So even in a church community, we do not say, oh, anybody from church goes. No. Anybody from church doesn't go. We name people. And so we have said, here are the rules. And we've done that over and over. Like we'll repeat ourselves, right? Because repetition is close to godliness. We all know that. All the homeschool moms here know that. So those are two things that we do. We don't have folks in the back of the house where the wallets and the bedrooms are. We don't have doors closed with children playing behind them. So even just children playing behind them. And we don't have, unless it's explicitly named. And often, for us in our house, just because of the way it works, and again, we believe that family of God is the most important family. So my children have a number of people they'll call aunt or uncle who don't share our last name. Those are our safe people. Pretty much you can tell because you got the title. You know what I mean? You can. And the other question is how to keep people, strangers, safe in your house. And those are important things too. So we don't have expensive entertainment, unless you consider a puzzle on the dining room table expensive entertainment. We just don't. We don't have expensive entertainment needs. We don't have any alcohol. We intentionally live below maybe what we might be able to at times, and at times we're kind of right on the edge like most people. But we try to really not buy expensive things or put things before people that might be tempting to take or to covet, if that makes sense. And so those are the two things. Now, I will tell you that when we first moved to North Carolina, my husband was called to be the pastor of the church that he is currently the pastor of, and the church has changed a lot. The year was 2012, and a lot of the gay marriage issues were just burgeoning around the country. And so there were a lot of angry discourses, a lot of, placards in front yards and things like that. And we had a man in our church who was a national Boy Scout something or another. And boy, did he have an opinion about gay marriage. And boy, did he have an opinion about, people that didn't, that weren't biblically married. And he even had maybe an opinion. At one point shared an opinion that maybe it wouldn't be good for our church if people knew that I was the author of Secret Thoughts of an Unlikely Convert. Because who knows? People might think, God saves sinners. And that would be terrible. I don't mean to be, but this is really horrible. Within a couple of months of Kent being the pastor of this church, this man was arrested for child molestation. He's serving 13 years. It was a very powerful experience in our church to have the person who said all the right things do all the wrong ones and hurt the least of these at the same time. And all of this happened before the eyes of my children. It was a powerful thing. So we don't take sin lightly, and we don't take grace lightly. And sometimes the very people who are, at least in our experience, the very people who are most dangerous are not the strangers out there, but the wolves in here.